I'm fluid.
Oh, good grief. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 43 of On the Back Hash. My name is Cedric. Joined with me today with the full crew, Zach, Chris, and William. How's everybody doing today?
We going.
Doing good.
It's Gucci.
Still rolling.
Still rolling. These storms been rolling through here.
Mm-hmm.
But we needed it.
Rain.
We have needed it. That's for sure. So, I guess we're not going to tarry too long on this because we got some stuff to talk to because DCI starts this week. It is here, folks.
It's here. It's like Christmas Eve.
People have already been leaking parents' night shows and all types of stuff. So, right, full blown uniforms are coming out. I don't know if any rep has been updated, but
I don't know.
Things are moving right along.
Cabby still ain't got nothing up.
No, they don't.
That's what I've been waiting for.
No, they're going to announce their show after championships. We know the show, we just don't know the
It's
music.
like, oh, by the way, show is called.
This is what we were doing, if you wanted to know. So there you go.
Probably building the plane as they fly it.
That's dangerous. No, not with that staff.
No.
Not with that staff.
They're trying to be all secretive.
But, if you haven't been kind of following just DCI.org, their Facebook or just social media presence in general, they have been getting quotes from different corps and those quotes are pointed. Like they pick some really really good quotes to get you interested about what's going on with all the corps. So, so this is we're deeming this our official season kickoff episode. So we're going to talk about a few different things just to get you guys primed and ready to go. My bud will probably be in this seat watching a lot of it on Float Marching. So once again, not a sponsor, but if you don't have it, you need to get it.
Now is the time.
They are getting. They're kicking you off with I think the first 3 or 4 shows that they're showing in a row are all going to be on Float Marching. So if you can't get to a show in person, this is the best way to do it. Like I said, just watching 2 or 3 shows pays for it.
Yep,
it really does. The official premiere night is June 28th, and I believe that is the Midwest premiere. So there you can see nobody because they don't have them listed. That's unfortunate.
yeah, it's down there. You guys
it's
scroll
at the
down a
bottom.
little bit.
I scrolled all the way to the bottom.
I got you.
See where
You can
green
see
says
Troopers, Colts, Cavaliers, Phantom, Blue Stars.
All right, there you go. So you can. I know what I did. I clicked buy tickets instead of the actual thing. So yeah, so you can see all those groups there. Smaller show, but all groups that you want to see. All 3 finalists looking to make moves up. So it's a short night, but it should be good. And I'd be willing to bet this is the premiere. You might get a little extra before, just to kind of tide you over. Know about that. And then also the Blue Coats premiere event is going to be happening on July 1st, starting at 5:15 Eastern Standard Time. And Flow Marching is doing the rebroadcasting this year. So if you missed the live performance, they are going to rebroadcast it the next day. And I believe it starts at whatever time the show actually started that next day. So if you can't get to see the Blue Coats on the 1st, you can watch them on the 2nd at the same time. And it's while it's the Blue Coats premiere thing, there are going to be other cores there, so it is going to be kind of like a show.
Hmm.
But I mean, let's face it,
It's pretty major what they're doing.
yeah,
It's pretty cool.
everybody's going to be interested in seeing what the Blue Coats is going to come out with this year. We haven't even got a hint about anything, have we?
Mm-mm.
Not a thing.
Not that I've seen.
Unless they've been like subliminally messaging us ever since last August and nobody's just caught on to it. Because I feel like that's something they would do.
I wouldn't.
Like they've dropped the rep, the show title, their uniforms, the guard flags, the props, the everything subliminally since August and nobody's caught on to it.
I wouldn't doubt it with them. And just in general, I mean, this weekend is a big weekend because not only do you have the competitive season starting on the 28th and rolling through, but the by the time our next episode comes back, it'll be after 4th of July. So you have all of the parades that a lot of these drum corps participate in,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, it's a really good. They enjoy doing them, which they're better than I am. I hate parades,
The
but
worst.
but they enjoy doing them, and like I said, they do them all across the country. So lots of different ways for you to watch drum corps over this first week of the season and get these guys in their prime. They're going to be excited to perform
Mm-hmm.
for the audience, and everybody's excited to see what shows are going to come out, especially come out after last year's season. Um,
Hmm.
it's been really really anticipated. I mean, it's here, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like it was going to take forever to get back here, but we're back here.
Right.
So, Zach, you want to tell us the show to watch this week?
Yeah. So bring it back like we did last season, our one to watch for the week. So these are just a reminder, these are shows that will be streamed on Flow. So what we're looking for with these is shows that we have like a pretty stacked lineup or some really juicy like matchups coming into it. So as the season progresses and we see some cores that are like swapping placements with each other, really neck and neck, or catching up to one another, that might be an influence as to why that's the one to watch. But just for getting us started, we're going to be looking at DCI Central Indiana. That's going to be Friday, June 30th, and that's in Muncie. So this one, it's gates open at 6:30 Eastern, and then we've got just a show of finalists from last year, basically missing a couple of the big names, but there's some big names in this one too. So we've got Colts and Troopers, Blue Stars, Cavaliers, Phantom, Crown, and then an encore by Crown, and then scores are being announced around 10:05 Eastern time. So that one's a pretty strong one to kick off with. It's very similar to the premiere on the 28th, but we've added Carolina Crown to that lineup to just take it one step up a notch. So yeah, if you're gonna watch any show the opening week of DCI, you might want to make sure it's DCI Central Indiana because that one's gonna be a stacked one, top to bottom.
Blue Stars are getting added to that,
Oh, that's right.
and Phantom.
Hmm.
So that is a finalist gauntlet right there.
Hmm.
So yeah, looking forward to that one for sure, for sure. So make sure y'all check that out. All right. So can't have a season premiere show for us without talking about what we think might happen, should happen, will happen, won't happen, all that good stuff. So that's what we finna do for the next 3 hours. Uh, so first we'll talk about some things that we are looking forward to seeing this season. Or wonder, or maybe even just wondering about, or you know, all that good stuff. Or if it's that what you don't want to see this season, I don't know. Um,
Because
Only
listen,
me.
you put this on yourself, sir,
That's fine.
and you wear it proudly. So,
The
so we're just gonna kind of spitball stuff. And since he just took a drink of water, Chris, go ahead and get us kicked off.
All right. So my bold prediction,
Are
or
we
not
doing a
bold
bold
prediction, sorry,
prediction?
I'm
I'm
going to
like,
have myself here. What I'm looking forward to is seeing, does Blue Knights make a comeback this year? They're on the outside looking in. The finals this past year, Colts and Troopers both jumped them. With Vanguard not being there, there's a spot open. So do they grab that spot, or does another core like Madison, um, uh, Academy, someone like that, have a chance to kind of make it in there? And so that's kind of what I'm looking forward to this year. Is because I feel like the battle's going to be good at the top, but just like we said last year, I think the that bottom fight for that 12 spot is going to be just as good. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to starting out this year.
Anybody's thoughts on that?
ditto. Yeah, that's a good little nugget of information, that people could be looking forward to. I think we're not alone in that thought process of wondering who's going to take advantage of that extra spot this year.
dude, I think a lot of people look back at what Knights have been and where they've been, and then you look back at the season they just had. I think it was a little bit of a culture shock in the sense to a lot of people. It's like, yo, what happened? And then down the line we find out, okay, well, half the staff is gone. but yeah, that'll. I think a lot of people are gonna have a lot of eyes on them.
I mean, that was a hard fall they took.
Yeah, hard fall,
I
man.
mean,
And, and it's
go
not
ahead.
and it's not like what they put on the field was awful. It was solid. It just wasn't what I think a lot of people were. I don't know if the word I'm looking for is expecting, or if the word I'm looking for is wanting or needing from them. Um, but yeah, it's like we're not.
I think it's a proof of what consistency
Hmm.
means.
That's true.
People who
That's very
don't see
true.
to understand that concept and why these other groups are doing what they're doing is that consistency. Because a lot of times, man, I mean, you can bring in the best of the best, but that don't mean you're just gonna jump to the top.
Right.
And when you lose a lot of people like that, and you're going through changes so much, man, it gets rough.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's hard to keep that excellence going year in and year out, and just kind of looking the last competitive season they were seventh. So in 2019 they were seventh, and then dropped all the way to 14th. Um, and that can be, I mean, that can be for a lot of reasons. That I'm sure the staff changes definitely probably has something to do with that. But at the same time, also a lot of other groups got better over
That's
those two
very
years,
true.
and an activity like that with the intensity and the focus it is to get better to climb. If you have a bad year or two, it is very easy for you just to get left behind, and that's 7 spots is a huge drop,
Yeah.
huge drop. They before that, the last time they fell out of finals was they were out of finals was 2003.
Hmm.
So, but they bounced back. So we'll see how that goes. Um, but some things going to have to get a little bit better. So, all right, William, what are you looking forward to seeing or wondering about?
Well, as we're doing this now, got to go with the old alum. Definitely looking to see what my scouts going to do this year. Um, I'm hyped, man. I like the presentation that they gave. I'm digging some of the chart. Uh, haven't heard any deep ins and outs yet. I've seen some clips here and there, and a lot of stuff that I've seen so far, I was like, man, I've seen some aerial views of some of the drill, and I'm like, okay, I need this. I need this to click. So, if anything, it's all rebuilding. We know where the situation is. My hope is that they can scrape back in the finals. That's where I want them to land. If it's got to be at the bottom, it's at the bottom. But let's start one step at a time. Let's just get back in it and whatnot. So, and I mean, it's a crowd favorite, you know. So that's definitely where I'm gonna be doing a lot of pushing and boosting and bragging for this.
I mean, this is the year for them to do it because if you think about like kind of what I was talking about with Vanguard not being there,
Mm-hmm.
Blue Knights has almost had the exact similar path that Madison did.
Yeah, they do.
4 or 5 years ago, and you're seeing Madison making that trend back upward. So it's a pretty strong possibility we might see them again in finals.
Because if you think about it, last year, Scouts held on for a little bit. They were beating folks in drums and stuff for a while. But the thing is, it's just everybody just tightened up better, and it was just so hard to maintain. It's like said earlier, man. So, and I don't know, but man, Vanguard not being in this left the door open to too many groups. And you're talking about a fight that's going to be even worse than last year.
Mm-hmm.
It may be at the bottom. The fight might be at the bottom, but that's also scary for future referees because when they come back, it's like
the best move they could have made was going co-ed and making the talent pool bigger. I think that was a smart move by them, and I think it's going to pay off. I think it might pay off for them this year. I think
because
hope.
I think it does. I think it widens the door and opens up to more creativity and ideas and stuff like that. And it's a hard thing to sell, and there's always going to be meaning behind it and everything. And I don't regret nothing when I got to march through them. But yeah, man. Even last year, man, I dug the charts so much last year. I was like the show just flowed, had a good flow to it, and I'm pushing for them this year, man. I'm really hoping that they, if anything, man, just be as clean as possible. Be entertaining and be as clean as you can. Like I said, baby steps.
Yeah, I think they're on an upward trend.
Hope so.
The show seems to take a step forward in sophistication a little bit with the concept, and they had some really cool sound design last year, and I'm wondering if they're going to continue to build on that soundscape. I hope the music of Soundgarden doesn't box them in a little bit.
Right.
I know they're doing some other stuff too, but we've seen it with the groups that used. We got to have the popular song somewhere in the show. Just I know it works for the crowd, but not sure it always works with the judges. Now,
Right.
BD does that, but it's not. But it's like not your typical. It's stuff that everybody knows, but it ain't the stuff that everybody knows.
It's the way BD does it. It's like they're not just giving it to you and saying, "Oh, this is this song."
Yeah.
It's like you hear it and you're like, "Wait a minute, I know what this is." And then when you figure out, you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's not. They're not just like gonna go out and play that song straight up, front to back, and say, "Hey, this is."
They might. It depends, because when a man loves a woman was straightforward.
Yeah, that's true.
But when they do it, it makes sense. It's not
It
forced.
makes perfect sense.
It's not forced. They're not just throwing it in here because they know that the crowd's going to like it. Like that song, like whoever would have thought Rihanna's Diamonds would have worked in a drum
Mm-hmm.
corps show. But for what they were doing,
Mm-hmm.
it made perfect sense. Uh, and that's one reason why they can. I don't want to say get away with it, but like that's one reason why it works for them because they do it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why when we were going over reps of these groups and we knew that one song and like, well, you know what that is, and I can't believe they're doing that. Is it's like, does this show really fit what you're trying to do? Or are you just trying to make a connection through a particular song?
True.
You know. So I don't know. But I just hope the Soundgarden music doesn't box them in and they can like flourish on some stuff. I'd like to see something a little bit more designed like the Between the Lines show.
Mm.
That was really good. I wonder how that would have if they would have did that
I
show back
wish.
here.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I wish. I kind of wish because man, that opening.
Mm-hmm.
It was really really well done. So we'll see how it is. All right, Zacharias.
So what I'm looking forward to seeing is what do Mandarins and Blue Stars bring to the table this year? And I'll honorable mention Music City as well.
Okay.
For some reason, I've got a feeling that Music City's got something good going based off of last year, and I think this show's going to be good for them. I'm not saying they're going to make finals or anything like that, but if they do, you heard it here
Oh,
first.
you heard it. You said it.
But no, I do think that that is going to be a very momentum building show for them. I'm hoping it will be, I guess I could say. As far as Blue Stars and Mandarins, I just those two show announcements really like piqued my interest a lot because we know what they're both capable of, and I think that both of these shows are slightly, I guess, more for Blue Stars and Mandarins, but it's just different enough for them that it makes
I
me
was.
very curious.
I can agree with you on that one with Blue Star. I'm actually a little worried on Blue Stars, but I'm curious to see what they do
Mm-hmm.
What makes you
because
worried?
it is out their box. Yeah, it makes me wonder, like hardcore, like what are y'all doing with this? But it's got me on the fence. It's like, oh, all right now, Blue Stars.
Yep.
Like, what you doing with this? You know what I'm saying? So,
Uh, with yeah, with Mandarin's doing it center, man. Did the brother that sung did he age out or is he coming back?
mm,
It's a good
I don't feel
question.
like he aged out. I could be wrong about that though.
Because
If you're
if he
listening,
did
let us know.
if he didn't, I can
Well,
I
they could eat
almost
this
would
up.
I would almost guarantee he's going to come back and he's going to sing center, man. Uh, they're not going to let that talent go to waste. I'm wondering how similar that Mandarin show is going to seem like compared to the other ones. Because I mean, that last year's show wasn't dark, but it wasn't light either.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So coming
It's kind
back
of their area now.
with Blue Stars making this shift, I feel like they're trying to do something to push them into the top six.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see. I mean, they were a point behind Cadets last, or that was prelims, or that was semis. They were close to Cadets last year.
Mm-hmm.
And
Can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of forgot about cadets.
well,
There's
they're
so
easy.
many
Okay,
like
Come on.
things that I'm looking forward to, and I just
they were only point 0.15 behind Cadets.
And what place were they?
That's crazy.
They were
Sixth?
seventh, and Cadets were
Cadets were
sixth.
seventh? Sixth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
if things hold, because that's
take
for
out
6,
take out
Bluestone's for
Vanguard.
7. So if you take out
Yeah.
Vanguard, that's 5-6.
Mm.
So if they held the line and they were a good 2 points ahead of Phantom. So you take that out, they're in
Scary.
top 6. But with their show design, they may be trying to crack top 5 with something. I mean, they are in a prime spot to take a risk because with Vanguard being out, groups like them, Phantom, Cavi, somebody. I was listening to a podcast the other day. Somebody think Cavi's in the middle.
I mean, it could be that because we talked about it. It's like Cavi still don't have no rep up or anything like that or description, and it could be one of those things because man, I know both of us have had this feeling before. It's like you design a show
Mm-hmm.
and it just hits you, and you're like, yeah, this is it. And part of me wants to feel like, do the Cavaliers feel that? Like as a staff, are they sitting back and they're just like, dude, is this it?
I
Like, you
mean,
know what I mean?
they've been pretty hush hush about it. I mean, like they are. I mean, they've said like, yes, it's an anniversary show, and there's going to be Easter eggs to this and this, but they haven't specified what exactly or how.
I mean, you're gonna see it the 28th, but and we all saw them staff changes and add-ons.
Yeah.
This color guard finna be different.
If Michael Gaines was writing the drill, I would be all over this.
The missing puzzle piece.
I would be all over this. Because I'm excited about Sasado. I wonder how much of that classic, that's the classic 2000, it's not classic, but it's 20 years ago. I wonder if we're going to get that sound, that early 2000s Cavalier sound. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, if they do, just because of how they've acted, or I can't say they've acted any kind of weird way, but just because, we know so less so as of right now.
Yeah.
It's to the point where this show could legitimately come down to the members only. Because there are a lot of shows, especially in indoor, man, you can sit there and you can be like, this is the staff's fault. This is not the kids' fault. And then, but for me, man, and because me and you, we know some of these people on this Cavalier staff.
Yeah.
And some of the things that we know that they can do, and like I said, I hope these kids was ready, because that's what it feels like it's going to come down to me. It's like, man, can they achieve what they're given?
Yeah. We'll see if they go after it. But they haven't really. I don't think they have just kind of flat out gone after it with some of their shows in the past few years. So,
I mean, they can set a pretty bold statement come this 28th.
Yeah, I mean they who's all at that first show? It's them.
I know Phantom's there, Troopers, Colts.
They are not going to beat. I'm sorry, they are not going to beat Crown, Boston, Blue Coats, any of those three in order to medal. There's no way. I'm sorry, I don't see that happening. That whoever made that prediction, I love you, but that's cray. Not only are you jumping them, you're also. I mean, I don't know. That's. They came in 8th last year, right? They came in 8th last year or 9th? 9th?
9?
Phantom beat them, right?
Yeah, they were 9th.
Yeah. Just sit down. I'm sorry, man.
Hey,
I don't know who that was.
he took my turn on this one.
listen,
listen.
right there.
I was sitting there. I was thinking about it. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, that is bowing down to the Cavi dynasty that from the early like.
Here's the
That's
thing.
what
Okay,
I
somebody
love the
looked at.
Cavies, but
Somebody must have seen
here's
like
the question I'm going to pose
95
with that.
carries or 2,000 carries.
they
Somebody
saw
must
the
have looked.
machine and they lost their minds.
They
And
they went back to.
Here's the question I'm going to pose with that. Do they think that simply because they have the staff that they have and it's an anniversary show, it's going to take them there?
They were one of the reasons I think behind saying this was the staff.
That's why I said what I was been saying, because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
when you go, because
Because
it's an impressive staff out of a
can
lot
put
of these
all
groups that did the transfer portal.
the
They
DCI
did it the
transfer
best.
portal. Oh
It's
man.
not far
They
from the
did it
truth.
the best.
Except for them, it's staff. I mean, people, the members move
Yeah.
from each other to each other, but the staff, it's like,
But
golly.
and don't get me wrong. Like I want to see them do really well. Like that's not what I'm saying here. I just don't think. I mean, there's too many cores
I totally get it.
that are doing really well right now. There's no way you're. There's 5. You got BD. You've got Blue Coats. You've got Boston, and you've got Crown. There's 4 right there that are above you. But then you also got Cadets who are doing well. Blue Stars, we're not really sure what that's going to be. You know, they could take a dip this year. You know, but then you got Phantom that's also doing something that's different and looks exciting too. So like, I mean, that is a large order to get up in that. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I eat the biggest crow in the world and they do medal because that'd be awesome. But sometimes I feel like
quite the storyline.
we're getting some Cabby's hype sometimes when we forget where we are. Just like Boston, people getting the Boston hype, you know, all that stuff. So it's the same thing. But
I mean, I'll even go this far. Mandarins were only half a point behind them at finals last year. Mandarins gonna be on their ass.
Yeah,
They're like, oh,
it was tight.
that's the thing about this year, like the last few years iterations of DCI is that you can't slip. One slip, like you're done. Like you're falling down in that pecking order, and then now you've been slotted with a group that you're probably better than, but that's how it rolls. And I mean, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I die. That's somebody because I'm just sitting here thinking like what would they have to do to crack that? And then with
Like
the way that BD designs now, really how Blue Coats design now, your horn line's not out playing Crown. You're not out marching anybody.
Not no more.
And as good as your front ensemble is, your battery's not been in the top 5 lately either.
It ain't up to par. And
So
it's hurt in the color guard.
yeah, that's not even where it was. So, you have to out effect BD. You have to out horn line
everybody.
Yeah.
You have to out effect Blue Coats. You're gonna have to out drum. Well, you're gonna have to out drum Blue Coats and Blue Devils
and BD.
You're gonna have to outspin Boston
and Crown.
And I hope people understand Boston Crusaders color guard is filled with Blessed Sack, Pride of Cincinnati, and Santa Clara Vanguard people.
The all-stars of WGI.
Just want to throw that out there.
Past.
It's like, are you kidding me?
It's like in order for you to qualify
just give it to him. Email it to him right now.
In order for you to qualify for Boston's guard, you have to have a gold medal or at least some sort of medal from WGI finals the year before.
It's like, get out of here, Boston. Literally not fair.
So
There's
would it be cool to see them back up there? Yeah, but
it's gonna be rough.
Who you finna knock out of that?
Nobody.
Like, you need to come out and be Atlanta clean. Like,
Yeah.
At the first show.
If they don't take Lucas Oil and put it in a tornado, and we come out and everything's in color on the other side, they're not making because they're all about Wizard of Oz apparently. So
Yeah, I got you.
we're just gonna not. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Love you, mean it, and I'll eat crow with you.
Oh well,
It'll
we'll
be the
all be
first
eating
time.
crow if they
Yeah.
make. I mean, but if I see it and it hits me a certain way, I'm like, but it's gonna have to be something. So, bro, Zach, what are you looking forward to?
I've already went.
It's you.
It's your
Oh, did
turn.
you?
Turn. Yeah.
What was yours, Zach? Oh,
You
yours
said
was
blue
the
stars
3.
and mandarins and yeah,
Yours
you
is
should
3.
see.
You got
Sorry.
amnesia.
Listen, man.
It's that lint roller.
Spray bottle. What are you talking
No,
about?
it looked like a lint roller.
It did kind of look like a lint roller.
Because I was holding it like this.
Yeah.
It's a spray bottle, so my buddy didn't hop in my lap.
Stop
in the middle of
jumping
it.
on the keyboard.
What am I looking forward to?
Eating at Goodwood
Honestly,
on finals day.
so what?
Is it eating at Goodwood for finals?
No.
Fine.
I mean, yeah, but
Immediate
but no. I am interested to see how the top 5 just in general shapes out. Just because now it's a guessing game. You know, you want to see. You know, we all want to see what Blue Coats is going to do. We're getting taste of Blue Boston, and we're getting a little taste of Crown. But I'm looking forward to seeing the next step forward as far as innovation and show design is going to take these places, because these concepts are getting more and more not just this is what it is, here how we're doing it, but they're making you think a little bit more. And with the vast variety of repertoire that people are using,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and a lot of the stuff I haven't heard before, because I don't listen to a lot of pop music particularly, or things that's hot right now. I really don't listen to a lot of music just in general, just because I work with it all day. I need a break from it. But just seeing people's interpretation of certain rep, like Blue Devil show, has me intrigued. Like with everything that they're doing, you know, doing 35 songs. How are they going to mesh all of this stuff together to make a coherent program? And if you haven't seen, they don't have white props this year. They're actually putting color on the field. So, I mean, it's
I
a
wonder if they're going
different.
to take a Cabaret Voltaire approach to this with all the songs that they're doing or the rep that they have, with it called cutouts. Like, I wonder if like literally it's going to be like herky jerky, like that, or like they're going to mesh 2 together as like, you know, they're standing beside a prop, so each color represents something or something like that.
Probably a little column A, a little column B. I mean,
It's gonna be their fault.
they typically have a bunch of rep. Like this is not out the norm for them. They weave in it, and like they'll play stuff that's not even on the rep list. They'll just throw 2 measures of it in there because it's a Blue Devil staple that they've done. But really just looking forward to like how's Crown going to do this Camelot show, because Crown show, from a conceptual standpoint, Crown show and Boston show are really straightforward. Like, so are we going to be able to tell the story with what we're doing? And Boston's good at storytelling. They are.
Yeah.
They are.
And Crown has been good at it too.
And Crown's been good at it too. They hadn't done it in a while.
No.
Yeah.
but they are good at it too. And I will say, Crown's percussion sounds a lot better.
I was gonna say there. I
They
think
stay getting better,
that's always
man.
held them back, and if they can
But
just be,
that staff
Well,
is different too.
let me rephrase that. Their battery sounds a lot better. I
if they can
haven't
just be
heard.
top 5
I hadn't heard the front.
percussion, I think they have a shot.
But so I guess in layman's terms, I'm looking forward to see how the shows actually are going to come to life, especially within the top 5. Um,
Yeah.
I think cadets will sound and be like cadets they always is. I mean, I don't care what show they do. They just have a vibe or a flair about them, and it's going to be what it is. But I don't know. It's just kind of looking down the list. I mean, Blue Ever looking forward to it. Coach always looking forward to it. Crusaders trying to figure out what they're doing. Crown, I like the direction. I need to watch it, legit watch it, so I can hear the intricacies of the brass book and how difficult it actually is. Cadets are going to do cadet things. Blue Stars is intriguing. Phantom's intriguing. Like, this could be a new Phantom.
I think Phantom might be a dark horse for top 5 this year. That's not a bold prediction. That's just I think. I mean, the momentum they had from last year looks really good. Now they got a lot of Crom too, but I think top 5 is a little bit more reasonable than middle.
I think that bottom battle is going to be a standard battle.
Yeah, I was gonna say with Vanguard being gone, they left a 4-way tie into trying to get 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have a 4-way. I think you're going to have a 4-way battle at the top. You're going to have a middle 4 battle, and then I think 9 and 10 will be 9 and 10. But I think 11, 12, 13, 14. Those guys are going to be fighting for their life. I think you're going to see a lot of hungry groups because now people are like, your groups outside of finals are like, oh, we got a shot now. That final spot open up. We can do this with a good show. And then those groups that sitting around 5, 6, 7, and 8, they're like, oh, this is our chance to top the crack 5 or crack the top 5. I think you're going to see a lot of hunger. It's going to be super intense. So, all right. Where would the podcast be without bold predictions that we're all going to be wrong about? So, how do we want to do this?
You go first.
Me first?
Yep.
All right. It's going to be wrong, but I'm going to say it. I don't want to say it because it is going to be wrong. I don't want to say it.
Do it.
Fine, I'll say
It's a bold prediction, man.
I ain't scared. That's whatever.
Do it.
BD's not going to medal.
Yes. I was saying it myself. I said, "Look, I bet them colored ass props is gonna land them 4th place this year. They done screwed themselves making with them colored props.
Oh man.
This is gonna be the year they're gonna be out of the top 3.
Dang.
Y'all wanted me to go first. I went first.
I mean,
I'm with it. I'm with it.
I don't think anything we say. After this matters.
I didn't want to go.
Wrap it up.
I was going to
This has
wait.
been episode 40. This has been episode 43 of On the Back Hash.
It's been nice knowing everybody.
I was going to wait.
I mean, if you think about it, okay, I'm just going to throw this out. They're going to be by themselves until Atlanta.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atlanta.
Who
They'll
they
see
who
Blue
they
There,
need
Knight.
a Pacific
There'll
Crest?
be Blue Knight somewhere.
there's no
Nobody to
is,
push him.
is litmus
Maybe.
test the word for that?
Yeah, Linus
Yeah.
test. That's a good word.
Ha! There's no litmus test because they're not they're going to come into Murfreesboro, Atlanta, and have not seen the Crowns, Blue Coats, Boston's yet. I would think so. That could
They have no one to go back and forth with. No one.
either that or they'll get like a 97 then the third week out. And
I wouldn't be shocked either way.
no, that's whew. Mm.
But this Boston show's in their wheelhouse. This Crown show is kind of in their wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
You can't mess these concepts up. You can't. They don't have to put as much effort into it. They can just worry about.
And they play. Both of them gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this though. Boston, get your front together. Y'all keep throwing out all these clips with this battery stuff in the front and the background, sounding like some Tinker Toys. Get the front straight.
Will, you know that
I'm not gonna do it this year.
you know
you
that
are. You're
percussion
you
is
are.
just the drum line, right?
Are you trying to get him started?
You know that.
Oh man.
Get,
Oh god.
get your front straight. There are already too many notes in the battery.
Oh man. Get out the hose, boys and
It's
girls.
like, are you kidding? Are we? It's like, how many drum breaks are there? Because there are a lot of videos surfacing. There's a lot of learn this licks and stuff like that. And I'm sitting here like, are we doing this? Are we going to do this again, Boston? We learned nothing from last year. It's like, okay.
Oh,
The
man.
tenor line seems a little bit better. I'll say that. I give him that. I didn't think the tenor line was very good.
I think they're matching better. I think some of their book they're matching better, but I'm gonna tell you right now, BD has a snare solo that makes everything I've seen from Boston look stupid. I'm like, first of all, every one of y'all look 12.
All right.
And I'm like, BD has gotten mad. And I think they used last year as some kind of stepping stool or whatever, because I'm seeing some return faces. But I looked at that solo. I said, okay, this is ridiculous. It's not even July. So everybody better bring it, because everybody already know BD front can play. So
Return my
this
percussion.
yeah. this new battle for percussion is going to be very interesting, because I think the one that's going to sneak in it's going to have to be Cavaliers. It has to be with SCV not there. It has to be Cavies. If you're talking top 5 right now, it's got to be Cavies.
Top 5 percussion.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want people to get confused. Like, what you saying?
My bad.
All right. So what's your bold prediction then?
My bold
You forgot what?
See what happened?
We recording right now? You
Yeah,
like that,
BD
Chris? I blame you. This is your fault. Stop doing that. You know
I just
better.
gotta get Will. I just gotta poke the bear every once in a while, you know. Just got to.
If he does it, someone else will. So it's might as well get it out of the way.
Might
now.
well be me than some guy on Facebook, and then we'll just
Oh, that's even
just
better.
hang on.
Oh man.
Because then we can use it for carrying corn.
See,
It's true.
I'm sorry, man.
I got you.
I'm sticking
you,
with
Zach.
my trend. Sticking with my trend. I'm pulling for my boys and my ladies. I want Scouts to be in finals. That's my prediction. Scouts make finals this year.
That's bold. They could really do it.
Tell you, I'm pulling for them.
Let's do it.
I hope they do too. I'm with you on that. Because it's been what since
It's
it's been a while, hasn't it?
2000.
5?
Their anniversary show?
No, they made it with the
No, the what was that show called?
Apocalypse something or other looking thing where they had the where they all shave their heads and stuff. They made it with that show. That was the last
But
one.
the what's the name show was after that.
The Last Man Standing. That was the last time they made
Yeah.
finals.
When was that?
2017. There were 12.
What year?
Okay.
2017.
2017. So just get in there, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, just get in there. Full of troopers. Wouldn't mind still seeing the troopers involved, but I'm just saying.
There's only room for one.
That's true too.
Well, I mean, troopers are in finals, but there's only room for one. Let's see here. Chris.
All right. My bold prediction is that Blue Coats, I'm the opposite of said Blue Coats will be on the outside looking in. I don't think Blue Coats will medal this year.
Ooh,
How dare you?
I know.
we don't know nothing about them.
I just think
Nothing.
I just think that
I mean, something's
when
got to happen to somebody.
as I'm saying, I just think from what I've been hearing and what I've been seeing,
What have you been hearing and seeing?
That's what I was about to say because I ain't heard
well,
a cricket.
people be feeding videos and to us and I saw about a 5-minute clip of Crown. I think I saw like it's about a 3 or 4 minute clip of Boston, and from just that alone, I just think that they've got some good stuff going on, and I just think BD's BD, and I think that much as I would love to see Seth's prediction come true, because that'd be awesome to see what would happen at finals and like people burning down Lucas Oil and stuff like that. I just don't think it'll happen. I just think they're always up there. But I think Blue Coats, I don't know, man. It seems like either we have like a really good show from them that does well, or then we get like Jagged Line. You know, like you know what I mean? Like you get those things. And so like, I feel like we're about to have another Jagged Line. I have no idea what it's about to be about, what's going on there.
It's called
So
think it's gonna
secretive.
happen.
They about to come out and levitate.
right.
How the hell?
So I
You ever seen that
hovercraft on
that
the
clip
field.
of the Bane Creed at the Thanksgiving show at Cowboys? And the guys in the big feather thing, that's what they're going to – if they do it on the field, then I'll automatically give them a gold medal. I will, once again, eat crow. And
I get what you're saying. And Jagged Line was this, by their standards, a clunker, but they still scored a 95 with that shit.
just about
yeah, well, it's just like BD. When they have a clunker, it's like a 90, 5,
Yeah.
96,
98.
Yeah,
Right.
Still breaking records.
Blue Coast is the hardest one for me because we know nothing.
Yeah, we just don't know anything.
That's my problem with it
Because,
right now.
and here's the thing, that almost happened this year or this past season. Because they
picked it up.
They were coming out and they were sitting fourth or fifth. They might have been sitting fifth at one point in the season.
Murfreesboro. That's where it kind of started to make its turn.
Yeah,
Who?
Blue Coats.
My Blue Coast?
'Cause they won drums that night.
Well, they were pissed because they had to break down the man in the tunnel. So they're mad.
Big old head through the tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh.
They
That's
caught.
also where
I
they
think
debuted the pajamas.
their show has so much depth to it, typically, to where it's not going to come out clean. It's kind of almost the opposite effect that the Blue Devils have. Like, they're not going to come out clean, and they had stuff ready to go in their back pocket throughout the whole season. They just kept fighting to get better.
Mm.
To where they jumped Crown and basically jumped Boston. because
Yeah,
while I said uh, Blue Coat show, Blue Devils, not Blue Devils, Blue Devils show fits in this too, is in their real house, and so is Crown in Boston. Those, you can only do so much with the story, and once the story's been told, now what?
Mm-hmm.
So I would not be shocked if that happened, um, because it, like I said, it almost did happen. I'd be hurt though because I like Blue Coats in general, typically, but I mean, it could happen. Like that.
Um, I'm gonna go with Blue Stars will be top 5.
shit.
There's, I mean, there were
That's
six
just
last year, and the fifth, and the fourth place
Well,
group's not there.
okay,
there were
they'll be.
sevens last year.
Well, shit. Hold on. I was looking at it.
So yeah, I agree.
Damn it.
Well, they were
No, Blue
seventh
Stars were
last year.
7th.
Yeah,
Okay, there were
Yeah.
seventh last year. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that not bold enough?
I mean, you do what you want.
I mean, kind of.
I would put money on it that
Like
it would happen.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't
But
put
it's like
money
I
on
said, like
mine.
I'm in that limbo a little bit.
It was either that or one of the two between Crossman and Blue Knights will still not make finals. But I mean, really, that one of them would be in automatically if you take out
But
Vanguard.
that would have been better because I mean, Blue Knight's got it's a big jump to make. I think you're still trying to figure yourself out. You had two new
Have they
changes
ever-
happen in 1 year.
quick history. I don't know if y'all know it. Has the Blue Stars ever nicked the cadets?
Yeah,
Have they?
Have they beaten them?
I
Yeah.
believe so.
I think
Like
so,
at
'cause
finals
there
or
was-
just in general.
Either or.
I want to say yes. Because remember, Blue, a couple years ago when cadets were kind of down, I want to say Blue Stars were ahead of them.
Here's a better question: have they beaten them at finals?
I guess that'd be the better way to think about it. Yeah.
If they have not ever beat them at finals, what they do during the season won't matter. It's one of those you didn't show up for the big show
Mm-hmm.
kind of deals.
Maybe 2019.
They beat them in 19.
Maybe. Let me look. "2019
Blue
Blue
Stars were
Stars
eighth.
was eighth. Yep. So
There you
yes,
Boom.
Called it.
because I knew there was a down year for cadets.
They
Was
gonna
that
beat
the
team.
Bernstein show?
For who?
The cadets.
No, that was the Behold, where they had the big bridge with the stairs and all that mess. Bridge over troubled waters, all I can remember from that.
Yeah. Gotcha. It was the year I didn't go. That's when Maddox was born. That was that year.
Mm.
That's why I don't remember it, because I wasn't there.
So, I mean, once you top somebody once,
Yep, 19, they got him.
you don't. The heck happened to my screen? It don't take much.
It's hard to maintain it.
Because now you can be like,
Right.
well, we've done it before.
Yeah.
You better be consistent with it.
I also think gold will win open class.
I'm not actually objected to that.
Nor am I.
You got Vanguard cadets out of there, man.
Mhm.
BDB boy, you better stay on your toes.
So yeah, I
Well,
like I said, I wouldn't want. I don't want BD to not make a medal, but you know, it's gonna take something.
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
if it happens, it happens, right?
I
Yeah.
mean, oh no,
Now,
No.
if it does happen, the next year BD's gonna come out and score 100.
and piss the entire organizations off. They gonna be so pissed they're gonna kick DCA back out. And that
Done.
was episode.
That was
Right.
that
I
was-
think that's a wrap on that one.
Oh
I'm
man.
hitting the stop button now. Click. Oh Lord,
Oh gosh.
the cop bucking Reddings are sitting there like they what? No, we ain't
Like,
coming.
wait a minute.
We ain't no. No, they finna blow up everybody.
Yeah, they'll literally make a core for DCA that year,
To
just
win
so they can.
both.
They're gonna win open class,
DCA,
world class, and all age division.
Like you
Goodness.
mother.
and
Come
they'll
on,
actually do
color guard,
drumline.
BDB,
They'll actually
BDB,
do
and BDC will
drumline
all
battle.
make semifinals.
It's gonna take every core to just combine with each other to make one massive core. It's only gonna be 2 cores next year in world class.
It'll be the Miami Heat of
Calgary Stampede gonna be sitting like this with their popcorn.
And BD's still gonna win.
You're like, I don't know what y'all doing.
Hey, at least we finally won drumline battle this year, y'all.
Redemption.
This is gonna be the
Robbed.
Carolina Boston Crusader crown a coach. Like
Right.
done.
A Costa kind of they know what?
It's just
They're all going to stand in the parking lot and do the fusion dance just to get ready to go.
Now entering the field from everywhere but Concord, California.
right.
The rest of
DCI.
DCI.
That's what they call themselves. DCI.
Vanguard is gonna be chilling like we told y'all. We tried to tell you.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, we're not coming out that year either. We were gonna take one, but we're gonna take 2 now just to be safe.
We good.
We looked in our books and it's still not right.
Yeah. And we're also not
Somebody
sure
donate
Lucas
$1 million
Oil
for
will
y'all.
be
No.
standing.
It's like it wasn't enough. I don't know what happened. Where did this gold truck come from there? What?
Shh. Get that out the shot.
Put that back. Put it back. Oh, I'm still on the mic. Hey,
But, oh my.
Be
BD,
So,
man.
ridiculous.
You know, what are y'all crazy bold predictions that aren't gonna happen? Like mine.
Listen, man.
Well, here's the thing: the last bold prediction that I made came true.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
be
you're
shocked,
right.
bro.
Which was what?
This is because of this year and what folks are attempting and could very well achieve on a high level.
Mm.
I'm not. I'm not going to be shocked,
I'm here
as
for
I
it.
think a lot of people would be if it happened.
I want
Yeah.
all the parody.
Because I like I said, there people like I said, it's a little early, but a lot of folks are throwing out full shows of everybody. I'm like, look, I ain't watching a lot of these people. Y'all ain't gonna ruin this for me. But I did see maybe I don't know what it was. Maybe like it probably was like 15 seconds of BD or something, and it's like some kind of trumpet feature or soprano feature, whatever. I was like, okay, it sounds like BD. This is what BD would do. But at the same time, I'm sitting here like, BD, I don't know if that's enough. Like, it gave me that kind of vibe. So, and I'm
we
trying not
said
to
that
judge because
last
obviously,
year.
exactly.
said
Yeah,
that
we
last
did.
Like,
We really did.
and it's only like a couple seconds. So I'm like, look, I'm not gonna do it. I said, William, don't do it because you know how this goes. So
I liked it last year's show, but I was just like,
I
this
did
is
too.
beatable. I was like, this is beatable.
Well,
yeah,
And I think
the lie
Crown.
detector determined that was a lie.
Well, Blue Coats
got the toast.
did a little bit too much, and Boston had a bad night.
You're still not
Uh,
going to convince me that they tied
no,
the
Blue
finals.
Coats won that night.
It's
If
just
you were
not
going
going to
off
convince
that
I'm
night
gonna let you
completely,
finish, but the
yeah.
Blue Coats
me.
If you're
deserve
going off that
silver.
night, it was BD, Blue Coats, Boston, Phantom.
Yeah,
On the
Phantom was
real,
sick.
on the
Phantom
Phantom
real,
brought it,
if you
laid
really
it
want to say it,
down.
which
Laid it
makes
Phantom
me
down.
really excited
in
to see
SCV.
what this new direction is going to do.
I'm going to say SCV laid it out too.
They did.
They were
Finally
the
showed
two
Maybe
up to
maybe
the
that
then
party.
flipped. Maybe then flipped.
Phantom and SCV to me
Or maybe
laid
the
the
SCV was
best
third.
first.
I don't, man. Because that Vanguard show was, they would play.
They
God,
picked
they
a
were
They
good
good.
night to finally show up to the
it,
party.
right. Both
They
of
sure
those two
did.
groups.
Phantom
Maybe I
especially.
would have had them third and not Crown, in Boston fourth.
That's what
But
should have happened. I
it was
think
it was
Coates'
too big of a
number,
gap.
yeah, Coates and BD's number should have been way closer. There should not
Boston's
have been a
guard,
tie.
Boston's guards saved that
Yeah.
for them.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
So
that wasn't fair. They're tossing each other and rifles at the same time.
they're gonna be on
How you
fire.
toss an
Now.
eight for a human? How's that?
It's coming. I'm just listening.
Look,
They're gonna figure something out.
they're gonna
Somebody
Susie,
will.
get
toss
over here.
inside.
Let me see something real quick.
Look, they're
Yeah!
gonna toss nines inside
Wait,
of a well.
put that Twinkie down real quick.
How do you get a whole
Inside of a
well on the
whale.
field? The hell did you do this? They're gonna come out of the well in the beginning of the show. The whole quarter.
Zach, you don't
It's,
remember my
it's
last
just
vote
gonna,
prediction?
Was it the
it's just
percussion
gonna
one?
surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now. After you said that.
Here comes Boston.
I
Man.
didn't plan that, by the way. That was complete. I was trying to manifest something to make it work.
They're going to have the whole Great Barrier
Oh,
Reef out on the field
it's gonna
and
come
a
out the
No,
whale.
tunnel.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna
The
happen.
whole well.
Blue Coats finna do what the not the Cavs, what Crown did last year, but much better.
Blue
They're gonna
Oh,
Coats.
the
have you on
whole
your.
app thing.
They're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
have you're gonna have you on their phone, and they're gonna have it figured out. And like,
They're going to. Everybody's going to get a VR headset when they come into the
I'm about
yep,
to
city.
just say something
We're going
like
to be
that.
in
It's
yep,
gonna
freaking
be
Tron out
what
there.
the hell?
Everybody
yep.
strap in your light bike. Here we go.
Dude, what if they
It's
did
gonna be a
Tron?
post like back up.
What if Will would lose your shit
Listen.
if they did Tron?
I change that. That's my bold prediction now.
It's too
Cut that
late.
out. Bye.
It's too late. Can't close it out.
Oh, man.
Oh me. Oh geez. I'm excited. I'm so excited. All right.
If you haven't got
So
flow, get
Get it,
it
man. Y'all tripping, man.
now.
yeah,
Right now.
yeah. Because
I
you
heard
best
somebody say
believe.
something happened between them and BOA.
Ooh.
Like it has to do with money.
Probably.
I have to look into that, but I think that's why
Mm.
BOA
Mm.
cut from her. I was like, I'm gonna need y'all to fix it. I don't
That's
care
a
what
BO.
really happened.
That's a
Fix
BOA
it.
thing. Because after box 6, after that fiasco,
They need to be gone from box
Mm.
6. I'm saying it now. I don't care. That was atrocious. They was petty for that.
Mm.
Gonna talk about we gonna let y'all restream it. Give me my money back because this is ridiculous.
So
Might have saw 2 groups.
saw the first 6, but you didn't see the ones you really wanted to see.
Ridiculous.
So let us know your bold prediction down in the comments below. What are you looking forward to seeing? What crazy things are going to happen? Is Cedric a complete idiot? These are things that you can put in the comments and interact with us because we want to know. Like it's here. Everybody's excited. So that's why I get to talk about it. And we'll do some stuff. We might do some watch parties with some of these shows. I know I'm going to probably watch them all. So we might set that up and things like that. So if you're interested in those, let us know. We'll get those set up, especially the ones to watch. Might try to watch those with folks and get some real feedback. You might actually see some of us in the same spot watching these shows. Who knows? But You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I always want to say Twitch. My
Maybe
brain
someday.
just wants to go to Twitch. Maybe someday. You can also listen to us on Anchor.fm and Spotify. Just type in On the Back Hash for all your social needs, and we will be there. And make sure you go back and check back on some previous episodes where we talk about shows as they've been announced, and we did some interviews with some folks and lots of good stuff. Get your brain and your bodies ready for all this DCI awesomeness that's about to take over your body and your brain and all that good stuff. So, fellas, y'all got anything else?
Let's do it.
I
Ready
think
to
when
go
you
with it.
watch this, we will all have been coming back from some sort of trip.
I will still be on my trip.
Okay.
So I will be in Norway.
There you go. So Chris is going to Norway. Zach's going to Florida.
Orlando.
And
Just to let y'all know, I have to wake up at like 4 a.m. to watch the premiere show.
you have fun
If I
with
want to watch it.
that.
No, you gonna watch it. Because if I woke up for Cedric,
He did wake up.
you gonna wake up.
I'm 7 hours ahead, man.
I feel bad for you, Will, that day. I was like, oh, you watch this.
I turned on a nay like nothing. I didn't even
Uh,
move. It was
you
like,
was probably like, good job.
You
Straight back
did
out.
it.
all right, it sounded good.
I'll be in DC, and Will is traveling to Antarctica to go deep ice fishing. So, I broke him. Yes. So for Chris, Zach, and Will, I'm Cedric. This has been episode number 43 of On the Back Hash. Go out, get full march, and enjoy your summer. And we are out.
Out.
Audi 5.